It's a dream for many professionals to become a consultant. But do you know what are those skills which one should have to become one? Let's know the secret from a very seasoned consultant and a renowned professor, Dr. Vinay Nangia.
I would think there are a few things which are essential. One is, I would say, exposure and knowledge. And when I say exposure and knowledge, what is important is not only the depth of knowledge and exposure, but I would say the width, because the breadth of knowledge is what, or exposure is what gets you a variety of cases, and from where you can pick up the experiences. That is very useful, and I am specifically talking about non-technical consultancies. So that is one. Second thing is presence of mind and your common sense, which is very, very important. Apart from your experience, experience is very critical. Knowledge, depth and breadth, breadth is critical. Common sense, application of mind. But single most important thing is understanding the client and understanding the requirement of the client. There's a famous saying that consultant is one who takes the wristwatch of the person who is asking time. He takes the wristwatch, he looks at the time, tells him the times, and keeps the wristwatch in his pocket as a consultancy fees, which is not a bad statement, which is a very good phrase. And the fact of the matter is, most of the times, the client wants to listen. The client wants to listen from the consultant what he thinks is right. And the consultant, 90% of the time, has to tell him what he thinks is right, but in a very systematic and in a very reasoned manner. That is how the consultants become successful. Because most of the time, even if you take very large, big projects like State Bank of India giving consultancy to McKinsey, for example. Now, State Bank of India chairman wants a certain kind of consultancy. He has certain kind of ideas. So what happens? The chairman will call a senior partner of McKinsey and tell him that this is what is to be done. So they are discussing over a cup of tea or whatever cup of coffee. And so the partner gets to know what is the mind of the chairman and what does he want. Okay. Now the chairman goes back and he declares in his board of directors board meeting that we have decided to give this consultancy to McKinsey. We want the best in the world. So the board approves. So the consultancy assignment goes to McKinsey. McKinsey, some junior guys, some consultant, senior consultant, whoever are asked to do the study. End of the day, before the report is submitted, it goes to that senior partner, and then he would have had incorporated what was at the back of the mind of the chairman, and that is how the consultancy is done. So understanding what the client wants, unless that is wrong and bad, there of course a consultant can and should always stop the client. But most of the time, client knows what he wants, but he is not able to reason out either with himself, or the client is not able to reason out within his organization, with his colleagues and with his subordinate. So that is the reason a consultant is appointed. So the consultant has to have these kind of understandings. I hope that answers your question.
Yes, very much. Thank you so much.
Thank you.